Hey there toys and collectible fans, this is Fly Guy for TekSushi.com. Giving you a look today at Nick Fury, the Avengers Assault Squad figure. This is from the movie series line of the figures that we've seen some of them in stores. This is Wave 2, and rather cool figure this guy is. So we'll give you a quick spin around here and then we'll take you into the figure itself and give you a little bit more detail on all the bits and pieces that it comes with. Now, I bought mine loose. I bought them at dorksidetoys.com. Why? Simply because I knew they would get stock in early, and this thing has no chance of turning up here in the next couple of months here in Australia, so it's going to take some time, no doubt, because we're still flooded with Wave 1. So I wanted to get this figure quickly because it's proven to be a little bit hard, potentially short packed, I think, and a little bit harder to find as we drown in Iron Man and Hulks and so forth. So there we go, it's a quick look at him. Now he also comes with one of these play features, this launching anti-tank missile. He does hold it fairly well. The figure can hold the kind of the missile like that. You've got a purple, typical like Mace Windu from Star Wars. It had to be purple, didn't it? Purple kind of rocket launching missile, and if I just tap the end up there or tap the bottom down, out pops the standard missile, which I'm sure you've seen in loads of Star Wars figures and all sorts of other stuff. So that's pretty much it. The anti-tank missile on its own doesn't look too bad, but it's really not the best. It's much more of a play feature, but to be fair, it does sit on his shoulder pretty well, and you can have that kind of popped over like that, and the two hands do actually hold on to it, but it's just a little bit too big and cumbersome to be even remotely realistic, so we'll put that to the side. The other weapons that he comes with is one machine rifle here. Let's get a good look at that. Let me just zoom in a little better for you and give it its close-up. There we go. It's actually pretty well moulded by Hasbro. Quite a decent new gun. I've never seen that one before. Not a G.I. Joe remake, I don't think. Please let me know if anyone knows in the comments below. Or on facebook.com/TekSushi as usual. But a pretty cool gun, and he holds it pretty well in his hand. A little bit flimsy at that part. You can just see the white plastic there. It's just a little bit, well, frail there, to be honest. So you just got to watch that one and make sure your packaging that it comes with isn't damaged in any way. I kind of squished that out of the package. That was my fault. But I have seen or heard some of these people say that the weapons on some of the Avengers figures have been a bit squashed in the packaging, so have a look. But a great rifle. He also comes with, in the working holster, we'll show you there, you can see one pistol. It's just in that working holster there. Sadly there is one other pistol, but it's moulded into the figure, but we'll take this one out and give you a look. So one kind of Luger-like pistol. As I said, that fits really well into the holster on his, what about the left thigh. On the other thigh there is no holster, we've just got a kind of ammo pouch, but nothing there. And this one up here is another Luger, but it's basically moulded into the plastic on the figure, so there's not much we can do to remove that one. So look, onto the figure. It's a very good sculpt of Samuel L. Jackson. In fact, it's absolutely identical as far as I can tell to the previous version, the Avengers version, which I think we reviewed a while back. If not, we'll give it another review, or here you go. But this came with the, sorry I said Avengers version, this came with the Iron Man line of figures, and it's practically identical. In fact, I've had a good look. The head sculpt looks to be exactly the same with just slight different paintwork, so absolutely the same otherwise. So this guy was a very cool figure, same kind of idea and get up, boots and combat gear and all the rest with this plastic leather jacket coat, but it worked pretty well. As I say, that's an older Iron Man that came with older Nick Fury that came with the Iron Man line, and a couple of assault drones if I remember. So this figure is pretty good articulation wise. We get a good balance all the way through. Ball jointed head, nothing hinge, but ball joint is good. We've got ball joint with a hinge on the shoulders, ball joint with a hinge on the elbows, and there is no swivel wrists sadly on this figure, so not great, but it has to be said, at least this can hold the weapons really well, and it does fit them in a decent enough pose, so it's not too bad. We do get some swivel waist there, but it is a little bit limited because of the jacket. But there's a fair bit of movement. If you were to lift that off a little bit, you'll get a fair bit of movement around the figure. We get ball joint with a hinge on the hips, double jointed knees, which is fantastic. But sadly no... Why is that ankle articulation? I think we do. Yes, we do. Fantastic. We get ankle articulation. It's so jet black, the boot, I didn't even see it. So, great posability on this figure. The only thing is obviously missing is these articulated wrists. But you can rotate the arm a little bit, so it does give you a fair pose. So, not bad. Hasbro, good job done. Really popped his head off there. So the coat is removable if you want to, and it doesn't look too bad without it, because it's pretty much wearing his kind of combat gear all through it. But some great paintwork done by Hasbro, you'll see on the belt buckles and straps that he's got on there. Slight downside is the white paint on the black boots with this numbering. It'd be good if we can just, well, get a Sharpie if you... Horror if that's one thing you don't want to do, but you could get a little Sharpie and just fix that, and that's you done. But other than that, he's a very cool figure. All the belt buckles and chrome are absolutely in place. Quite a decent looking sculpt for Nick Fury. I really like it. And let's just go underneath, see if there's anything slightly different, but I don't think there is. There's nothing really unusual. Lots of pouches, and again silver on the boots, and again good old articulated ankles, double jointed knees and ball jointed hips on this guy. That's pretty epic. For the Avengers line, which has really been a very dry line in terms of articulation, even accessories to that point apart from play features, this is a pretty good figure. Really liking this one. And as I say, it's kind of hard to get, so get on there and get that figure hunted down, but definitely I recommend picking up at Dockside Toys, because they have stock and you can get this figure. So you can check out the links below. We'll put a link to their store. They've also got a loose version of this, I believe, on their eBay store as well, so hundreds of figures on there too. So give them a shout and have a look for this guy on that store. I'm Fly Guy from TekSushi. If you'd like to leave a comment below, please do so, or join us on facebook.com/TekSushi for lots more reviews and stuff coming soon. And look out for the Black Widow version of this, which is pretty damn awesome. Coming soon. Cheers.